Yes. Yeah. Morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 plus years of experience in Python environment. My experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django-based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib. Before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yeah, that's
Fine,
good.
fine, thank
We
you.
can hear and see.
Fine, thank you. So as part of today's session, I'll be covering these following things. Why Python? Who can learn Python? How Python was built? Means why Python? Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python required? And that too, Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. More than 30 years ago, it was introduced. Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Means why it has got super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? And today Python is the mostly used, mostly chosen programming language in implementing different high-end technologies. Means Python is used as an implementation language in different high-end technologies like data science with Python, big data like Spark with Python, PySpark, writing automation scripts in AWS DevOps, and in IoT, in robotics, and building web applications using Python. So everywhere you see Python is used today. Because of its hybrid features. Because of Python hybrid features, it has got multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all those features we see in Python, because of which any kind of application we can develop today by using Python. Who can learn Python? There is no prerequisite for Python. Anyone can update with Python, even with zero programming knowledge, with zero programming, right? Yes, we can update with Python. But Python syntax is, they look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programming. They look like normal English statement, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programmings. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages and just compare how simple the Python statements as compared with the other programmings. You can check program wise, that is coding wise, length wise, complexity wise. You can check how simple the Python statements as compared with other programmings. How Python was built or how Python was derived, right? Just before I was saying, Python was built by taking the features and advantages from multiple other programming languages. It has taken some features from one programming, some other features from other programming. In this way, from multiple programming languages, it has taken the features. Python real-time applications. Before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python. So one by one applications which are mostly used, and Python usage. Who are using Python today? Which companies are using Python today? And top most applications built using Python. And Python features as compared with other programming, right? The features which you won't see in other programmings, which are not available in other programmings, which only Python has got, right? The unique features of Python. Python comparison with other programming, right? Just okay, coding wise, programming wise, right? You can just check. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. One by one reasons why it is suddenly super popular. Because 30 years back it was introduced, but if you go back like 2010 or 2010, 12, right? Nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python. But all of a sudden, why Python has got a boom, right? Yes. One by one, the points I'll be discussing. And Python job market, the current job market of Python and scope of Python in the coming years, right? Yes, this is what I will be. Okay, now coming with this first one. Why Python? Why Python, right? Yes, Python is a Python is a general purpose programming. Python is a general purpose programming. So what do you mean by general purpose programming? Before Python, there were some programming languages. If you heard about the programming languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, right? These programming languages are purpose based. These are used for a specific purpose, for a particular purpose, right? Pascal for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Means these are used for a particular purpose. These are purpose-based languages. Purpose-based languages, not for all the purposes, but a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. Such a language, we call it as general purpose programming. It's what? A language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. Such a language, we call it as general purpose programming. So Python is a general purpose programming where any kind of applications like web applications, automation applications, animation applications, gaming applications, graphical applications, embedded applications, networking applications, desktop applications, audio video applications. In this way, different varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. That's why we call it as general purpose programming. It is not for a particular purpose. Multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features, right? Just now I was saying, right? What all the features we see in different other programming, all the features we see in Python. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. So what all the programming features Python has got, I'll be briefing you later. But it has got multi-programming features. All the programming features of various other programming languages Python has got. Like procedural oriented programming features, object oriented programming features, scripting features, modular programming features, all this. As part of our course, I'm going to discuss all those, right? High level language. So there are two types of languages. Two types of languages. Okay. Low level language, low level languages. Secondly, like high level languages. Low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages, example of low level languages like assembly level or machine level language. Assembly level language or machine level language. They are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. The code, assembly language, that is assembly level or machine level language, the code is not understandable. Secondly, they cannot be carried from one system to another system, not portable. And they cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system, machine dependent. Machine dependent. But high level languages like Python, human understandable. The statements look like normal English statements, not as complex as other programmings, right? It is human understandable. It's portable, means can be carried from one system to other, and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. So Python is a high level language. Interpreted language. Python is a interpreted language. So here also we see two categories of languages. We can see like compilation languages, interpretation languages. Interpretation languages. Compilation and interpretation. Compilation like C language. Interpretation like Python. Compilation like C language, interpretation like Python. For example, if you got some lines of code, 1, 2, 3, you got some 10 lines of code, assume. In the case of compilation, all these 10 lines of code executes at once and displays the errors if you got any errors here. In line number 2, line number 5, line number 7, if there are any errors, it will display it. But in the case of Python, you got some lines of code. It executes statement by statement, statement by statement. If any error in the statement, it won't execute the remaining part of this code. Interpretation, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy, right? Line by line execution. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements, right? Just 1 second. So Python is a general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop, multi-programming features, all programming languages features available in Python, high level, easily understandable, it's portable and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Here interpretation, line by line execution, user friendly or programmer friendly programming language, right? So Python has got what programming features? Python has got what programming features? Observe. Python has got procedural oriented programming features, procedural oriented programming, like example like C language. It has got object oriented programming features. Programming features like C++, Java. Procedural oriented programming features. Example like C++, sorry, it's not procedural oriented, already we have written. Scripting, it has got the features of scripting languages, example like Linux shell script, and it has got the features of modular programming, right? Modular programming features like modular 3. Just like C language, like C++, Java, like scripting, like shell script, and for modular programming, like modular 3, right? See, two major programming languages which are used majorly today, right? For enterprise applications creations, Python and Java are the two major programming languages used for enterprise applications creation. Okay. But Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features. Without object-oriented programming features, you cannot write a single Java application or a program. Means everything should be within class and object. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java application or a program. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with the procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications. Yes. 100 lines of Java code I can write within 15 lines in Python. 15 lines of Java code I can write within 4 to 5 lines in Python. That is what this very less coding in Python. And scripting, Python is supporting vast varieties of libraries for scripting, right? And for modular programming. So today, most of the, like if we talk about IoT, robotics, DevOps environment, they're using Python, right, for writing many automation scripts. Python is one of the best language with vast varieties of libraries for scripting, right? Yes. And modular programming, because of this modular programming only, right? Python has got great boom today because Python is supporting nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules for different environment. Whatever environment you are from, Python has got a module. Python has got a module, right? Yes. For networking, it has got separate module for testing, for data science, for big data, for databases, for all these separate modules. Python is providing thousands of modules, not only for computer applications, but not also for electronics and civil environment also. Python is providing modules. For example, for data science, Python has got separate modules. Python is providing, right? Nearly 10 to 15 modules for this data science environment like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, right? The same way, even big data, for big data environment, right? Python has got separate modules. It's providing like packages like PySpark, and for networking environment, for networking also, right? Python has got separate module, not only module, separate framework it has provided Python, right? For networking applications or for network programming like Twisted Python. For testing or for test cases, Python has got modules for it. And for operating system kinds of activities, for OS kinds of activities, right? The name of the module itself is OS. All OS related activities, just by writing Python code, we can perform. And for every database, for Oracle, right? Yes. For Oracle database. So for each and every database, Python is providing a module like the CX underscore Oracle is the module using which we can connect with. Python can connect with database. Just 2 lines is enough, right? Not like other programming language, lot of information required to connect with the module, connect with that, connecting with the database. But here, just import the module, just provide the connection details. That's it. You can connect with that. Python can connect with the database. Not only this, for any database, for MySQL, for MySQL, right? PyMySQL is the module, right? Using which you can connect, Python can connect with this database. And not only for this, like SQL Server, PyODBC is the module. What is that? PyODBC is the module, right? So as part of this course, I'll be showing you how to install one database and how to install a model for the database and how to perform operations, everything in brief. Not only this databases, even for files, for Excel files, just by writing Python code, I can create a Excel workbook. By writing Python code, I can insert multiple sheets, read data and writing data from that, right? Excel, CSV, comma separated values files, JSON files, Excel, CSV, JSON, XML, any files, but PDF files. By writing Python code, we can create PDF files. We can insert data, we can read data from it, right? And for mathematical operations, math, for mathematical operations, for statistical operations, right? And for generating graphs, any types of graphs we can generate by using Python, like normal graphs, bar graph, histogram, scatter plots, stack plots, pie graph, all these types of graphs we can generate today by using Python, right? We have got separate models available. In this way, thousands of modules Python has got, right? For different environments, like 89,300 modules. And before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are you developing today by using Python. Python real-time applications. So Python mostly used in creation of web applications today. Immediately you may ask, from the last 20, 25 years, Java, .NET, all these are mostly used in developing web applications. Why again Python required today? Means Python has got a framework like Django framework. So it has got many flexible features it is providing. It has got its own database, SQLite, right? It has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own application server. Most of this coding means 50% of the code is developed by itself, right? You can see all the .python, .py files, Python files generated automatically, right? So I can say using this Django framework at a rapid speed, you can develop a web application as compared with other technologies, right? Yes. And apart from this, Python is mostly used in automation applications. The talk of the industry, right? Data science. The total implementation goes in Python, right? Data science total implementation in Python. Not only data science, like IoT, DevOps for all this, right? If I talk about this IoT, it is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics for collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? Yes. So 90% of the code, in a simple way, I can say in IoT, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. Yeah, 90% of the coding in Python. We come to this data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. Data has got a future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. I can say it is a blend of technique. It's a blend of technique. The main technique what we see here is ML, machine learning. The main technique what we see is ML, machine learning, right? Yes. In that we have got many ML techniques, regression, classification, clustering, recommendations, pattern matching, different techniques available. For all those to implement, we require a language. To implement, okay, we require a language. For implementing or to code, you require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen, mostly used programming for data science environment. Even for DevOps environment, we write many automation scripts using Python. Right. And apart from this, if you go another major area like big data applications, right? Yes. Today, if you talk like huge data is getting generated, huge data is getting generated, not like the MBs or GBs or TBs. Beyond that, petabytes of data is getting generated. For huge data, for that huge data, right? We have got technologies available, right? Okay. One second. There's some. Yes. So here we have got technologies like Hadoop, Spark for handling huge data and for processing huge data, right? Especially Spark, very high speed processing, very high speed processing that too in quick time. For Spark implemented using Python, right? We call it as PySpark, PySpark. Yes. Apart from this, Python is mostly used for scientific applications. Scientific application, especially for scientific applications, Python is providing separate module like CP, Scientific Python, and even for numerical analysis, right? Numerical analysis, yes. For numerical analysis, we have got separate module Python is providing like NumPy. And apart from this, Python is mostly used for graphical user interface or for animation applications. For animation applications, right? We have got like TK Inter is one, PyQt is the one, right? Yes. Okay. Apart from this, Python is mostly used today for game development, single user, multi-user online games, right? Yes. Especially for developing games in Python, right? Python is providing separate frameworks for this, like Pygame. Pygame is one of the framework of Python for developing games in Python. PyCora is the another one, right? And PySoy. Pygame, PyCora, PySoy. PySoy is for like 3D games, 3D rendering libraries, right? Yes. Okay. Apart from this, Python is also used for scheduling tasks. Scheduling tasks, right? We have got Airflow for it. And for testing or for test cases. For testing or for test cases. And for software development, Python is used. And even software developers. Software developers make use of Python as a support language and business application. Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce websites and database applications. Database applications, right? Python can connect with any database like MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, DB2, right? And for web scraping, right? For extracting data from different website, for harvesting data from different websites, right? We have got separate modules Python is providing. Separate modules like URL beautiful soup for this web scraping. And apart from this, for networking applications, right? We have got Python is providing separate framework itself like Twisted Python, right? Yes. And for audio and video applications, lot of audio and video applications are getting developed today by using Python. Even for embedded applications. One of the famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. And for CAD or 3D CAD applications. And for computer vision, right? For color detection, face detection, object detection. This in this way for those kind of applications, Python is preferred, and also for data analysis, for robotics with Python, right? If we can see the people who knows robotics with Python with the great packages above 40 lakhs packages are available, and desktop applications, right? Like single user applications, console applications, Python is preferred. So in this way, we have got many more applications we can create by using Python. Python mostly used in these things, right? Especially for automations applications, for web applications, for big data, for scientific applications, numerical analysis, all this, right? Just I'll take 5 minutes more, right? Who are using Python before I go with that course content and the training levels? Who who is using Python today? Who is using Python today? Topmost applications. Topmost applications built using Python, right? Who is using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost like Google. Google is one of the best example of Python web application. Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML machine learning, right? Instagram is built using Python. Instagram. The prime reason for Instagram for choosing Python practicality and its hybrid features. Even NASA is using Python for its research and development activities. It is using Python accordingly, like procedural-oriented features, scripting features, and object-oriented features, and modular programming features. The other applications like Quora, if you heard about these applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, the popular OTT platform like Netflix using Python for its security automation and for subscription related things, right? MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script, right? Maya, right? Yes. Next, like iRobot for military and commercial operations. And for hardware testing, right? For hardware testing purpose, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose, right? Yes, BitTorrent is using Python. So in this way, different companies and different applications are built using Python. And finally, from the discussion what we had till now, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. First thing, most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python because of its very less coding. I said, in this tomorrow session, I'll be briefing you about those things, right? Right. By taking a code and implementing that task in multiple programming language, you can just check how simple the Python statement is. Very less coding, simple syntax is given by Python. Simple syntax is given by Python. And the statements look like normal English statements. And Python has got interactive mode. Interactive mode means, yes, for every statement, Python provides response. For each and every statement, it gives response, which we cannot see in other programming languages. For example, at the bottom search panel, I'm typing CMD to go to the command prompt. Yes, if you go to the command prompt, just type a Python here. If you type Python here, right, say enter, the Python version will be displayed. And can you see this three arrowed symbol Python interpreter, where you can type any valid Python statements. 5 plus 3, 12 into 7, x is 10, y is 20. What is x? What is y? What is x plus y? What is x minus y? X into y, x by y, right? X into 2 multiplication, x power symbol in Python, 10 square, 100. So for every statement, it uses response. So here no need to specify the data types also. Dynamic data types in Python. What value are based on the value assigned, the variable x is going to be created. If you're assigning integer value, integer variable creates. If you're assigning a float value, float variable creates. But in other programming, we need to say int x, float x, string x, right? But here no need to specify those things. X equal to hello. Just check this. X into 3 prints hello for 3 times. X into 5 prints hello for 5 times. Quit. Okay, we'll come out of this. So interactive. This kind of interaction you cannot see in other programming, right? Statement by statement. Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features. And also wide varieties of applications we can develop. Wide varieties. Wide varieties of applications you can develop today by using Python. Many built-in libraries. Many built-in libraries, right? We have like 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments, right? Yes. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, interactive mode, multi-programming features, wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries, 89,300 modules Python has got. Right. Right. So these are the reasons which makes it super popular, right? And I was saying Python is the mostly used programming language today with diversified number of applications creations. It is the number one ranked programming language today. Just I'll open Google and show you, right? So 1 second, I'm opening Chrome. So within this popular coding language, I'm saying. So you can see popular, see which is that popular coding language includes Python, easy to read within a large community of users and lot of open source libraries for data science and other environments, right? More results, right? Check this, more results. Most popular languages, most popular for languages, right? Yes. So Python. So if you can check this, most popular programming language used by top 25 unicorns. Python, Java, JavaScript. The most popular programming language, Python, Java, and other things, right? Yes. Python remains the most popular. Python, Java, JavaScript, right? Yes. Number of top 39 computer science departments that use language to teach introductory courses, Python, next Java, and other things, right? If we can just observe this, most popular coding language, Python, right? Programming languages ranking. Python stands first. Next comes Java and the other. So why programming language? What programming languages should you learn? Python and the other things. Python, JavaScript. Even JavaScript people who go for Python full stack. So JavaScript also part of it. Right. Top programming languages, PYPL, right? Python, Java, JavaScript. Ranking wise, Python is the number one ranked. Python, next comes Java, JavaScript, the other things. Rankings also, Python is the number one rank. Next comes C, Java, and the other. Yes, if you see that usage of Python and other programmings in the industry, right? Check 31% is the Python, 19% is the Java, C++, C. Even for the average salary, rank by average salary, Python, right? Python is the most. Next, JavaScript. Rank by volume of job openings, Python stands first. SQL next, right? So even if you can check, right, jobs, Python jobs, you can just check Python jobs, right? Lot of jobs like Python developer jobs, right? 1,75,443 Python openings, right? And not only this, even you have got wide search, even if you have got frameworks of Python, right? Like Django framework, even you can check like the Django jobs, right? The Django jobs, check it, right? Nearly like 12,000 plus Django developer jobs. Okay. So if you see the course content, what I'm going to discuss for this, right? Yes. So observe this. Yes, Python basics, why Python, history, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations, flavors of Python, advantages of Python, versions of Python, installation of Python, flavors of Python, Python operations, modes of executions, editors, IDs, data types, constants, variables, type conversions, comments in Python, escape sequences in Python, operators in Python, arithmetic, these different types of operators, IDs in Python, working with different types of IDs like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, right? So not only on a single ID, I'll be showing you on multiple IDs. In real time, we use these IDs, right? Integrated development environments. And for flow control statements, looping statements, strings, collections, Python lists, tuples, list indexing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications. In this way, for tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, different types of arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword arguments, different types of functions like lambda function, mm, filter function, reduce function, zip function. In this way, different types of functions, modules, how to import, different ways of importing, normal import, from import, renaming, reloading, package in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling in Python, working with different files, reading, writing data into that, Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, object-oriented programming concepts. Only the headings are provided here. In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about this encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, static, non-static variables, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, right? Regular expressions in Python, database connectivity, how to install one database.
Excuse
Yes,
me, sir.
1 second. I'll come back to your query, just 2 minutes. So for Python database connections, installation of one database, installation of the data, one database, I'll be showing you how to connect with it and what are the different SQL operations for transaction management, handling errors, Python data and time, operating system module, advanced concepts, iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, GUI programming, right? TK Enter and Excel workbook installation and working with these Excel files and other files, right? Data analytics like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, working examples, right? Introduction to data science, Python, Pandas module, important module of Python. Pandas module in brief, NumPy module, numerical Python, and Matplotlib. These 30 topics in brief, it is going to be discussed. So I'm going to discuss many modules related to different environments, some related to data science, some related to big data, some related to databases, some related to graphics, some related to operating systems. In this way, many modules and how to create our own module. Okay, apart from this, people who go for Python full stack, so Django framework, web frameworks, Django installation, project architecture, Django application creations, Django views, admin, Django models, advanced concepts. Apart from this, if you doesn't have knowledge on this, UI technologies will be discussed like HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, and MySQL database. Just 1 minute. So this is what the entire we'll be discussing in brief, in depth. You can just compare it with other training sites. It will be in brief, in depth with the many modules, important modules like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. Just if you see that main modules, see these modules like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. We have got a lot of jobs available only on these three things. On this Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib. Lot of jobs are available on this. Sorry if you got most of the training sites, they won't discuss these modules libraries, right? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and one more. First, Python. Just I'll take 2 minutes. Python, right? Will be discussed with the Python core, Python advanced, both. So we are spending nearly 70 hours, 70 to 75 hours will be discussed, right? Yes. On this Python core and advanced. So the 6,000 is the course fee for it. Apart from this, people who go for full stack, right? Yes. So UI technologies, it's a UI technologies, it will be discussed in brief. So in UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. This is going to be discussed. And important, that is a framework of Python, Django framework with the 15 to 20 applications, Django framework. 1 second. Since you will be developing. Apart from this, I am going to provide one more framework knowledge on this one more framework, right? Like Flask framework. Flask framework and MySQL database project from the topics 2 to 6. From the topics 2 to 6, right? It also takes nearly 70 more hours. 7K is the fees for that. Total Python plus framework. Here, totally like 70 hours for this, plus 70 hours from these frameworks. Totally 140 hours. Nearly 2.5 months for Python, nearly 2.5 months for frameworks, nearly 140 hours, nearly 4.5 months it takes, right? For this entire full stack, only Python like 2.5 months it takes. And 6,000 is the fee structure for this. 7,000 is the fee structure, like total 13K. But if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, right, it's 12K. But entire Python full stack, right? And let me make it clear about this timings, right? Timings of this batch. For the initial 1 week to 10 days, initial 1 week to 10 days, right? Yes. For 10 days, it will be at 8 a.m. it starts. But later after 10 days, it will be in the 7 a.m., right? After later, the timing of the batch will be at 7 a.m. Just I'm making it clear about the timings before you go with the payments, right? And what you are going to get, right? Offerings. Each and every session, right? Every session video. Each and every session video, right? You will be getting, right? Whatever I'm discussing. All this, if you go for full stack, 140 videos. For Python, nearly 70, 75 you'll be getting. And a clear class notes, soft copy of the class notes. And assignments and tasks to work with, based on which you are going to get some command on this programming, right? And a WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussions, right? Yes. Or if you get any error, you can take the snap of it or post in the WhatsApp group. And 300 plus code examples. 20 plus applications creations you will be seeing as part of this. So with that, you will get a great command on this Python when you go through any interview, right? That you can get through that interview process. And lastly, like interview questions. Okay, fine. There is one more, right? There is a package available. I also deal with data engineering, big data, and this. So there is a big data package is available. In that package, you will get this total Python core and advanced. This big data package where like Hadoop will be discussed, PySpark, Spark with Python, which has got great boom today. PySpark, right? Especially very high speed processing, and Linux, and also this Python, the total core and advanced will be covered, right? Python, right? In this Python core and advanced, these things. So here it is this Python core and advanced will be should see any of this, right? Monday to Friday. The classes will be from Monday to Friday for this Python. Even if you are taking this package, you should attend any of my Python batches from Monday to Friday, either this current batch, right? Any other, right? And these things, the other things, Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux, it's a weekend batch, but nearly it goes for 12 weekends on Saturdays and Sundays, right? It will be, right? There is a demo for in this Saturday. You can just contact this online team. They have provided the contact details. You can check in this Zoom chat. You can see the course content details, their payment details, all this, their contact, everything they have provided in the big chart. You can take those. And this,
Excuse me, sir.
1 second. 15,000 is the course fee for this, which includes all this Python. And this both big data package and Python package means here you want both the packages means just add 5,000 to this. Means you will get the frameworks also, these things. All these frameworks also will be good, right? Now, if you have got any queries, you can go with your queries. And before that, tomorrow also you can attend the session same time tomorrow using the same link to see more on this. Tomorrow I'll be showing you like coding wise how this Python statements. It is continuation to the today's session, not like any duplication, right? Any queries you have got? Go with your queries, right? Yes. Yeah, someone was asking a query, right? Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
My name is P. Anil Kumar, sir.
Yes.
సార్ నేను రీసెంట్ గా స్టార్ట్ అయిన 7 AM బ్యాచ్ కి జాయిన్ అయ్యింది సార్.
Yes.
హలో.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
బట్ నాకు డెంగ్యూ ఫీవర్ రావడంతో నిన్న ఈవినింగ్ ఇంటికి వచ్చాను సార్.
So whatever is there, right? That is discuss, right? If you are already a student, right? If you got anything, if you want to reattend, right? Just give a message or give a call, right? To the front
సార్
office.
ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అయిన 8 AM బ్యాచ్ 8 AM బ్యాచ్ కి నన్ను జాయిన్ చేయండి సార్, ప్లీజ్ రిక్వెస్ట్.
Yes, you can be allowed. You will be allowed, right? If you are facing some issue with the health or some job timings, if you want to join other batch, you can attend my other batch also, right? You will be allowed. Yes.
ఓకే సార్, ఇప్పుడు జాయిన్ అయిన 8 AM బ్యాచ్ కి నన్ను జాయిన్ చేయండి సార్, ప్లీజ్.
See, you will be allowed, I'm saying, right? You just call to the front office. They will be providing you that.
సార్ వాళ్ళకి
Zoom
కాల్
link.
చేస్తే వాళ్ళు కాల్ చేయడం లేదు సార్.
Give me a message. You have my number, right? In the WhatsApp group. Because for every group, I'll be creating WhatsApp group. You should be in the WhatsApp group, right? You can give a message to me. I'll forward that message to them, right? You give a message to me.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Any other queries? Anyone, right? Any other
Hi,
queries?
sir. My name
Yes.
is Suresh.
Yes.
So I would like to ask, like, I'm an ETL tester. Right now I'm having a professional background only, but I would like to transit my career to automation tester. So would you please suggest like Python plus Selenium is good, or like Python plus Java is a good option?
Python plus Selenium is the better try.
Okay, Python plus also
Selenium.
Selenium, right?
Yes.
So how come this is important then? I mean, this is
See,
useful.
one thing, right? Today, if you talk about any technologies like data science, data engineering, data analyst, or for this testing, right? As you said, right? For all these things, the prerequisite is Python. First, you need to update with Python, and you need to go with that. All this.
Okay.
So
So you are suggesting.
most of the high-end technologies today compulsory they require Python knowledge. That's why Python has become super popular today because it's providing many modules towards different environments. Right?
Okay, so I need not to learn Java, right, sir?
No,
I can.
Python is fine.
Python is enough. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other queries? Right? Yes.
Sir, yeah, it's Gopi here actually. See, sir, almost I have IT experience of almost 11 years of experience in IT, sir. So I just want to know, like, I mean, whether the Python supports the performance testing and API testing as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and one more thing, like, we like to know, you show the package, like, I mean, the big data means. So, along with this Python full stack, this big data package is going to cover, right? Along with Hadoop, Facebook, and Linux, or only the core and the advanced part you're going to cover actually.
So in this package, you will be getting Python core and advanced frameworks. Frameworks, if you want frameworks also, to this 5,000 will be added extra. Which so that this also will be covered. You add this one, all this will be covered.
Okay. Okay. So currently I'm working as a automation tester, sir. Okay, in my current organization. So which will be a suitable thing we can go for, whether we can go for the framework one or we can go for the big data one, sir.
So big data also has got a great boom today, especially Spark with Python, PySpark. You can just check in the Google, right? But the packages will be bigger packages for that. Okay.
Okay.
And even if you got Python also, just by showing you, right, lot of jobs for Python also, right? If you have got. And that too, you won't see like huge codings here. Very simple. Tomorrow session, if people can attend, you can see how the codings, how generating graphs of Python. I'll show you some examples. Without any Python knowledge, you just check the code of Python. Generating graphs, I'll show you some couple of examples. Like 4 to 5 examples, I'll show you. You can see the coding of how the Python
Okay.
will be,
Okay,
right?
sir. Sure, sir.
Fine.
Hi, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
Pradeep. Sir, my question is, so database access, which library or module is used, sir? Can you please name that?
Yeah. I was saying that clearly I have mentioned here in this for libraries, which more for databases, which library is used means clearly I have specified here in this our demo session. So for Oracle CX for we are using MySQL, PyMySQL is the model we are using.
So module and library, so that is used.
Yes, this one
So in
PyMySQL.
this syllabus,
If you are using Oracle, so as part of the syllabus, I'll be showing you the installation of MySQL and installing this PyMySQL module to connect with the database. And
okay.
also, if you have got Oracle, I'll also show you how to install this and how to connect with Oracle also.
Okay, how to read, write, and execute that?
Yes, how to perform all those operations, read,
Okay.
write, all the CUDA operations. Right?
Okay, fine, sir.
Fine.
I said this, and I have 11 years of experience. Recently, project is that related Python and ChatGPT. It's suitable for
Madam, your voice is not clear. I got a lot of breaks.
Python and learning ChatGPT.
Can anyone repeat the query? I was not able to hear. Voice is not audible. It's just too much of breaks.
Even we couldn't hear, sir.
Yes.
Ask him to write in the chat.
Please type in the chat, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So even in the tomorrow session, you can attend more. You'll be seeing, right? Yes, more discussion on this. Fine. Yes, Anil, right? You can attend.
Yes, sir.
You can attend the batch. I said I've given the permission. Say to the different topics. Right? So that not
Okay,
only
sir.
that, not only that, everyone, if you're not,
Okay, sir.
if the timing or this your shift timing has changed morning, like evening, you are attending now in the morning after 15-20 days, right? If your shift timing has changed, you are unable to attend. So if you want to shift to evening, that is possible, right? You need to pre-intimate those things and you need to go that.
అదే సార్
Even
నేను
even
మెయిన్
even this, yes, understood, right? Okay. Can give a message to me and to that online team. Fine. Otherwise,
ఓకే సార్
give a email to those people, right? Saying that you want to
సార్
check.
యువర్ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ సార్
See, DurgaSoft online training at gmail.com. Give a mail to them, right?
ఓకే
Durgas,
సార్
you can see in the chart also, right? That mail is available. DurgaSoft
ఓకే
online training at gmail.com. Say that you want to join the other batch. Right? Yes.
ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్
Okay, fine. So yes,
Final question, sir. Sorry.
this course will help to Python integration with ChatGPT and ML, right? Yes, see, even for all these things, right? For AI, for data science, for ML, for deep learning, for all this, right? Implementation goes in Python only, right? Python is supporting many modules for that, like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP, TensorFlow, for all this, right? Yeah. Yes, some query.
Sir, one question, sir, here. Sir,
Yeah.
after completion of this course, are we getting any mock interviews or placements assistance or for that? Like
So
what is
just you can check in the durgasjobs.com, right? There is a separate site available, durgasjobs.com. They'll be posting the jobs. Then you can check with that and you can attend those. There is a portal available, durgasjobs.com. Okay, you can check in that. They'll be posting about the jobs.
I mean, from your team, they are going to help us for the placements assistance, you mean to say?
So they'll be giving some postings, right? Whatever that job postings in that Durga jobs, there is a website available from
Oh.
DurgaSoft, right? You can check
So-
in.
Can we come offline, sir, to the Durga job? Durga
No, no.
Soft,
See, just the assistance means they'll be providing. There is a job like the Python jobs or any other whichever technologies, right? There is a job. You need to check with that and you need to attend it by yourself.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. More discussion on this, right? Yes. Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you
Thank you.
tomorrow.